live from New York, giving away $1,000 on this live call. This is gonna be a good one. There's Manhattan here, Central Park, beautiful time of the evening. It's at my place here. You can see out this way. I don't know if you can see. Got a little sunset over here. Turn that one. Can you see all the way down? That's New Jersey. This is New York. But more importantly, I am going to talk about this challenge I made to myself. Take 1 million people from rags to riches. Well, let me change that. 1 million people, because the definition of riches, you can't make everybody rich. It's just not going to happen. Not everybody's going to be a millionaire. But what I can say is I'm going to take, this is my personal goal, in the next 3 years, take 1 million people to having multiple streams of cash flow. Wealth, riches, this is one of these things that's hard to quantify. Like if you live in India, what's rich? You don't have to be a millionaire. If you live in Argentina, you don't need a million US dollars. But what you always need is cash flow. Money coming into the bank. I'd rather have no money in my bank, $1 in my bank account, but a steady, predictable stream coming in every month, 4 grand, 10 grand, 40 grand, whatever the number is, than getting a whole bunch of money all at once, because you usually lose it that way. The average person who wins the lottery is broke in 3 years because they don't have cash flow. A lot of them take the lump sum amount and they squander it. So, I've created a cash flow system to fulfill this goal of mine of taking 1 million people. Let's give away the first $100. If I can see my comments here. $100 to the first person I see answering this question related to cash flow. 65% of millionaires, according to the book Rich Habits, which is a study of self-made millionaires, 65% of millionaires have how many streams of cash flow? How many streams of income? First person I see, I'll let everybody, there's Facebook, we got YouTube. Let me give everybody a chance. How many? Is it one? Somebody said 20. Brando Martinez said 20 streams of income. 50? No. The most I've ever heard of is Warren Buffett, who has 92 streams of income because he has 92 different businesses. So, yeah, you guys are a little bit extreme here. 7, 5, 6. Let me look on Insta. Let me see. Pull it up on. I don't think you can do an Insta on the laptop.
Yeah, it works.
It does?
Yeah.
Let's see what Facebook's saying.
It's right there on the
7, chicken dinner, somebody said. 2, Lorenzo World said. Lisa Peterson said 3. Lisa Peterson, 960. Screenshot that. Lisa Peterson, 960. You are correct. The average, 65% of millionaires, according to that study, had 3 streams of cash flow. I just did a poll on my Insta story. Check this out. The average person who follows me, I asked them, how many streams of income do you have? And I could only do a binary answer on this, but let's see what we got. We have, let me look at the poll.
Let me go 100,000. We'll see if I can hit.
Here we go.
Realistic? Can I
37% of my followers say they have at least 2 streams of income. So the majority of my followers have less than 3 streams of cash flow. So let's fix that. I started out with 0. I'm up to 18 now. And I don't know if I'll ever catch Warren Buffett. That's a hard guy to catch. And I don't even know if I want 92. That's a little confusing. But I want to show you a system that I've created that I've given access to, 500-600 people in the last few days. And I'm going to my goal is 1 million people in 3 years. Okay? So I want to take 1,000 people and give them this cash flow system. My first test group, just like I did first test group for 67 steps in 2014. By the way, people don't know this. One of my students coming out of 2014, they sold their company for $140 million last year. Another one of my top students, he was in prison in 2014, got in that test group when I launched 67 steps. He made $25 million net last year. He thinks he's going to make $100 million this year. I think he might be a little optimistic, but the point is, he went from a prison cell for a minor drug charge. And so I've seen how these test groups work. The test group that I had for SMMA, social media marketing, 2016, October, end of October, that has created a tremendous, thousands and tens of thousands of people created an agency and started to create streams of cash flow. I can cite extreme cases. If you just saw my Insta when I was in Las Vegas at the Thrive conference, two guys there got an agency. They just specialize in chiropractors, or is it chiropractors or dentists? I forget. Chiropractors? They have 100 chiropractors paying them $2,000 a month. It's $200,000, and they net half that. So they're like 24. They're netting $100,000 a month from that test group. So this is a new test group. I think this is the best thing I've ever come up with. I think this idea is better than 67 steps. I think it's better than SMMA, even though SMMA is kind of part of it. This is like comparing the iPhone 10 with the iPhone, the original iPhone. Like, they've gotten a lot better. They have a lot of similar stuff, but you'd rather have an iPhone 10 than like an iPhone 5, right? So let me explain how this cash flow system works. Let's see some comments here. Questions. Ty, can you sponsor a few people? I don't have the money to start. Get me in. Any Brits here? Facts. How are you, mate? I'm good, man. Where do you see Instagram? Oh, there's Insta. That's cool. They didn't always have that. YouTube. You need no capital to start SMMA. That's right. You need no capital to start this either. Ty, if your 9-to-5 job is one of your streams of cash flow, does it count? Yeah, you could count your job. So if you want 3 and you have a job and you're going to keep your job, then you want to add 2 more. Slowly but surely, by the way. JJ says, Ty, can't wait to join. I want to actually go in because sometimes people are like, oh, Ty, I watched one of your videos and it was vague and like you were just selling. And part of the reason is because sometimes people are unrealistic. I'm doing a live stream, like let's say to teach people how to do social media marketing agency. And they're like, okay, teach us everything on the live stream. I'm like, what do you mean? My course is a 4-month certification that has like 50 hours of training. How am I supposed to condense 50 hours of training into 45 minutes or whatever? So I don't try to be vague. I have a wide reach in terms of a lot of people from different backgrounds. So I have to keep it general enough that people don't get lost, but the specific stuff's actually in the programs, right? But I'm gonna do something here that I don't always do. I'm gonna take this cash flow and I'm gonna like lay it out how it works. So for that, those of you have 3 days that I'm doing this gold test group, the cash flow test group. 3 days. You got till Tuesday at midnight. Then I'm closing up the gold level. So the gold level is the highest commission level. It's the highest split of a partnership that I have. And so before you make that decision, if you want to get in, let me explain how it works so you know what you're getting, because I know that people don't like to do things that have any risk anymore. Okay. Rick Field joined. What's up, Rick? Here you go. Here's the plan. Going to take as much time as I need. So for those of you that are ADD, you can leave now. For those of you who are serious, pay attention because I'm laying it out. Noah Gonzalez said, I lost my job yesterday because I wasn't making enough sales. I'm freaking out. What should I do? Well, you know that saying, the best way to predict the future is to create the future? That's like Elon Musk. It's like Batman, right? The best way to keep your job is to create your own job, because then it's hard to be taken away. Boom. 2 paths for you today. Path number 1, path number 2, actually path number 3. Number 1, you get a 9-to-5 job. A lot of you have that. Fine. Just remember, 80% of people hate their job. And they've done that. That's not just the U.S. That's globally. Almost everybody you meet, you say, do you love your job? Like 80% of people will be like, no. Okay. So that's your option. You can continue doing what you're doing now. Number 2, is you can start your own thing. Great. Only thing to keep in mind, if you read the book by Michael Gerber, The E-Myth Revisited, which is a study of launching your own business, it's a famous guy, famous book, best-selling book. He says in 5 years, 90% of people fail who start their own business. Why? Well, you need capital to start. You need a good idea. You need a little bit of luck. You got to be at the right time in the economy. You have to hire employees. You have to get accountants. You have to do your taxes. You have to do customer service. You have to build a sales team. You have to build a management team. You have to have enough time to live your life and manage the business. It's like juggling 100 things at once. But I did that, and some of you have done that. And a lot of what I've been teaching in the last 5 years has been around area number 2, because a lot of people want to start their own business. My opinion now is only about 1 out of 10 people who don't like their job should quit and start their own business, because I've been an entrepreneur since I'm 19, so I take it for granted. To me, it feels easy to start a business because I've never really had a 9-to-5 job. I mean, I did a little bit, but not really. Not for prolonged periods of time. And so I think 1 out of 10 of you who doesn't want to do this should do this. Okay? Now, that brings me to what I want to talk about today. Option number 3, much more likelihood, much more likely chance of success, much more less risk, much better chance that your bank account will go up. Okay? And that is partner with existing business owners. It just makes sense. Just think about it. Look, I'll give you an example. There's a lot of billionaires people don't know about, right? You want to know a billionaire most people don't know about? Well, let's talk about a few. I'll talk about one that a lot of people know, but not everybody. Charlie Munger. Charlie Munger had a 9-to-5 job. He was a lawyer. He started his own law firm. And then he partnered with this guy named Warren Buffett. And he didn't partner 50-50. Warren Buffett is now worth $80 billion. And Charlie Munger's worth 1, maybe 2. You can sit there. Have a seat. So it wasn't a 50-50 partnership. Charlie Munger right here, he took this. Because Warren Buffett had already been going for years. And Charlie Munger came in and just basically connected with what was already working and ended up making, I think he's between 1 and 2 billion. Again, he did not get, this is your chance to make the most money. Warren Buffett's worth $85 billion. Another example of this, a guy that I know, Steve Ballmer, not a close friend of mine, but I've had dinner with him one-on-one before, and he's worth, I think, $42 billion now. I asked him, I said, what was this key to your success? Like, is it because you went to Harvard, you had rich parents, luck, blah, he's a smart guy, by the way. And he said, you know what, Ty? Look, I met this guy named Paul Allen, and I partnered with him, and another guy named Bill Gates. And he came later. The business was already running. He did not do this, and he's worth $40 billion. There are people wealthier than him. Jeff Bezos, like I said, the richest person in the world, started their own thing. But what if you don't try to be the very top? Because it's riskier, and just be this person. Really. It's like such hard odds. You don't want to, Charlie Munger, Ballmer, and by the way, this list you can continue on, because you know how people say, like, most people get rich because their parents were rich? Well, Donald Trump, for example, he partnered with his dad. And people say, oh, you know, Donald Trump didn't make money himself. Well, there's truth and falsehood. I mean, that's somewhat truthful. But what the reality of what he did is something that I think everybody should do. You don't have to do it in the same way he did it, because you can't pick your parents, but he just partnered with his dad. Right there, that direction is Brooklyn. This is Manhattan. And his dad was in Brooklyn, dominated real estate there, and he said, Dad, I want to partner with you, but I'm going to take a different area that you're not in, Manhattan. His dad co-signed a loan for $100 million. When you have a good, powerful partner, they can pull a lot of strings for you. He pulled a string, and it's like, you know, I don't know exactly how much money Donald Trump has, but he has a good bit of money. So even if you don't like Donald Trump or you love him, there's a lesson there, partnership. And I can go through this over and over again. Now, you ever heard of a franchise like McDonald's? So McDonald's has made a crazy amount of people millionaires. Why? Because McDonald's lets you become a franchise partner. They give you the whole system. They're like, we already have McDonald's. We already have the brand, the logo. We already have the source of the food. We know everything about it. We'll just let you have your own McDonald's. And that's called a franchise. Restaurants do that. Subway, same thing. You pay $250,000, I think, for a Subway. They give you the whole system. You get the logo. You get everything you need. You know how many millionaires have been created from franchises like McDonald's, Kentucky Fried Chicken, Taco Bell, Subway, 7-Eleven. All these things that you see every day you drive by, those are partnerships with a big existing, but they didn't start the business. The founder of McDonald's was Ray A. Kroc. He started it. He's dead, been dead quite a long time. So not everybody should try to be Ray A. Kroc and start their own McDonald's. But I got a little dirty secret about McDonald's, besides the fact that food's not good for you. But and this is for $100. See who knows their stuff. Did Ray A. Kroc start McDonald's? Did he start with this path? Because he became the richest man in America in, I think, the 1980s. Or did he partner with existing people? First person to give, and whoever gives the best details on this, who knows the story? Somebody just said no. It's not a yes or no. If you think he partnered, then with who? There we go. Come take a picture of this. Josiah Neal on YouTube. You got a little picture of you with like a white shirt on and a blazer. Josiah Neal. He said he did not start from scratch. He partnered with the McDonald's brothers. True story. Ray A. Kroc was a traveling salesman. He was selling milkshake machines, and he would go door to door to restaurants, and he had these one people that own McDonald's, and he walked into them, and there's two brothers, and he said, well, you want to buy a milkshake machine from me? And they bought one, and he kept coming back, and he said every time he went back, there was a long line of people getting hamburgers. And the McDonald's brothers had figured out the secret was a perfectly uniform burger with like 2 pickles. Like most restaurants back then, every restaurant you went to gave you a different burger, whatever the chef wanted to make. They made like a cookie cutter system. And then they figured out how to make French fries better than anyone else. And then they lowered the price so low because back in the 1950s, most people ate at home. Like my grandma's 101. She told me growing up she never ate at a restaurant her entire life because people were cheap back then and you could grow your own food and all that. Well, the McDonald's brothers figured out, let's drop this price to like a nickel or something for a burger. And they had lines. And so think of how much time it takes to think of a system like McDonald's had, the brothers came up with, to figure out the pricing, to build the building, to all that. So if you look at a graph, like these brothers did all the hard part. I got a crazy story about this. This nobody knows, but you can Google it to confirm it. They did all the hard work. Ray A. Kroc came in here. He partnered with them. So he started out as a partner. And that's how he went from traveling. And he was, for those of you who are older and you feel like you've taken too much time, he didn't become a millionaire till he was in his 50s. He was still going door to door selling milkshake machines at like 48 or 49. I think he became richest man in the world at like 55 or something like that. And so here's something people don't know. These brothers right here, he partnered with them here, and then they stayed partners together, Ray A. Kroc and the McDonald brothers, and then right here, he bought them out, and he gave them $1 million each. This is a crazy story. I don't know if you know this, Zach. He gave them $1 million each. If they had not sold out, they would have received an annual dividend check of $100 million a year. So they sold their shares for like $1 million, and Ray A. Kroc literally made billions and billions and billions of dollars. That's why I said, be careful thinking you got to start your own business. It's hard. I've done it a lot of times, like 20 times. And it was a pain in the butt on all of them, by the way. Somebody said, Ty, where is translation Spanish? Nah, I don't have it. I could have an interpreter next to me. That'd be annoying to listen to. Every time I say something, I'm going to pause and say it in Spanish. Okay. Is Adderall one of your 3 keys to success? Yes. Fry your brain on drugs. That is the secret. Every wealthy person I've met, they're basically crackheads. That is their secret. The more you fry your brain, the stupider you become, the wealthier and the better chance you have of becoming wealthy. That is, you're a very intelligent person. Vladik Colombo said, don't you need money to partner with somebody? Not really. You know, there's a guy at Facebook. Facebook created, I think, there was 4 founders at the beginning or something like that. Sean Parker, who started Napster, he partnered with Mark Zuckerberg. And there's, what's that one guy that lives in Argentina? Eduardo Saverin never did anything. He just partnered with Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg did all the work, and he got shares in it, and he was pretty... how much? Look how much he's worth. How much? Somebody Google it. Eduardo Severin, how much money does he have? Derek said, my business is good, I'm just broke. You're just broke. $11 billion from never having to work a day in his life. That's better than winning the lottery. Nobody ever won an $11 billion lottery, I'll tell you that.
He lives in Singapore now, too.
He lives in Singapore? Yeah, he left America. That dude probably dropped his American citizenship. Here, point it this way for a second. You want me to come over here? Should I give you guys a heads up? I feel like changing. This is my lightsaber here. Okay, so... Oh, you're going to move it? So, I think I made my point. Path number 3 is the path that I want to take 1 million people down, because I feel like the other path is a tough one. And I already have, if you want to learn how to start your own business, I can already show you how to do that. I've got lots of programs on how to do that. Like 5 programs. So I've already done that, been there, done that. Now it's time to do something new. And so I decided to create this cash flow partnership. Okay, questions up to now before I get into this thing. How do you build a PayPal? Oh, man, good luck on that. You could, Venmo. You could build PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. But, yeah. I haven't watched Ty in over a year. He looks like Superman now. Oh, thank you. You mean Clark Kent? That's not as good as Superman if I take my glasses off. Ty, what's the best way to approach investors? Now, I'm not saying you have to get investors. Don't get me wrong. Can I see that for a second? Yeah. This is the kitchen over here. By the way, let's cover up the kitchen a little bit. Or maybe, let's see. Is it better here?
Let's see. We'll flip it back around to you. What do you think?
Left, right. Okay. I'm going to go right there. Let's switch the page. Is Bitcoin worth buying? Well, I launched a Bitcoin training program where I interviewed all these top Bitcoin people. And one of the smartest people said, don't sell your Bitcoin. And I never sold my Bitcoin. And now Bitcoin's back up for $11,000. Last time I checked, well, it's bouncing around between 10, 11. I think it went a little above. Okay. Raju Naidu said, Ty, the only way to get rich is to own assets, intellectual property, classic cars, real estate, stocks, bonds, and high valuable in-demand skills. Okay. I mean, that's fine. But that's not helping people do it. That's just a statement. Yes, if you guys can all own assets, that's a common thing people say to me. Ty, I know the secret to wealth. Own assets. I'm like, yeah, but how the fuck are you going to buy them, dipshit? That's the whole point. You think people are just going to give you their house? Yes, own all the houses on your block and you will be wealthy. But try to convince people to just give you the deed to their house. It ain't going to happen. You have to figure out how to do that. That's what this is about. So here's my plan. I have like 5 businesses, well, more, but let's just say I have 5. Can't even draw them. Let's say 4. I got 4 businesses. They're already up and going. One of my businesses, for example, Farmer's Box, like I already invested like $5 or $6 million last year building that business. It's like grass-fed beef, it's organic food, all this stuff, shipped to people's door. We got the infrastructure. You could try to start that business, but you need at least $5, maybe $10 million to get it started. And so I have another plan, which is you could just become an affiliate partner with that business, with me. I got all the customer support, all the website. I got the programmers. I've got crazy amount of employees. I got it all. I got a sales team, phone sales team. I have offices in prime real estate in Beverly Hills, Manhattan, Miami, London. Now we're opening in Toronto. Like we have it all set up. So you can just partner with that. That's better. Take my digital product. So that's a physical business. Physical products. I think your 3 streams of income, one should be physical product because that's tried and true. That's what people have been selling for 100,000 years or 10,000 years of human civilization. You sell food, you sell shelter, you sell water, you sell clothing. Those are all physical products. The second richest man in the world, right, I just saw is the Louis Vuitton guy. He now passed Warren Buffett. So that's physical products. Jeff Bezos, richest man in the world, sells a lot of physical products. Second, you have digital products. So that's what Netflix is, right? You don't actually get something in your hand. It's just like digital. You just watch it. Movies are digital products. I've got digital products like my SMMA program. By the way, all these businesses like SMMA, these are businesses have done a lot of sales. I promise you people buy them because every single day I have an app. Every single minute I can look that people are buying. I can see right there. I see my real-time there's all the sales today that I've gotten. If I go real fast, you can do the thing. So tens of thousands of people have bought this program, and I've never made it. The only person who's sold it is me. I've never let anyone else really sell it. Except one guy in 2015, David Woodbury. He was a friend of my brother's. I gave him a partnership with like 5 of my businesses. He's made $680,000 in the last since 2015. He makes on average. I pay him between $5,000 and $10,000 every 2 weeks. I've never missed a check. He now quit his job. He spent his total costs on marketing my products. This is a crazy thing. Listen to this. This is a guy. He sold my SMMA, my 67 steps. This guy, David J. Woodbury. Some of you saw him. I had him on my live stream. Listen to this crap. I never even met the guy. I just FaceTimed with him a few days ago when I launched Cashflow because I forgot I had let him be a partner. He's a huge success story. More successful than most people will be. But he's just I just FaceTimed him. He's like a regular dude with his wife. And they're now traveling around the U.S. in like an RV having fun. But he's made, he said, almost $700,000. So let's say $650K. Since 2015, I pay him every 2 weeks. I've never met him. He's an independent contractor. He has his own business. Guess how much money he spent on marketing my products in order for me to pay him $650? $18,000. So in 4 years, he's spent $18,000 and he's made back $650,000. Just think that's insane. Who is that person? Someone said, Ty, did you get wrecked in the 2018 bear market? No. I've never had a recession affect me at all. If you're smart, like when Bitcoin went down, you just don't sell your Bitcoin. Just wait till it comes back. If you own real estate in 2008, don't sell it. It comes back up. All the real estate that went down in 2008 is back up higher than ever before. So no, you don't have to get wrecked, but you have to have cash flow to do that because you have to live through the downtime, still have other types of cash flow. Okay. So David J. Woodbury, 4 years or less, has made $650,000. He said right now he's making $150,000. He's learned to do affiliate partnerships. He's got a few others. I'm the largest one. So I know this works because I didn't even help the guy. I didn't even have a website. I didn't even have training. Now I have a training program. Some of you will see a link below or in your like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube Live, or you can just go here. If you want to become a partner like David J. Woodbury did, you got 3 days left. It's actually less than 3 days. And it's at tylopez.com/partner if you want to partner with me, and just put the word live, partner live. But I'm not done. I still got more training to do for free. Jan Ray Sardinia says, my 8 to 5 job is not enough. I'm learning social media marketing. It's promising. Any advice on starting a social media marketing agency? You know what you could do? Sell the social media marketing agency. I've got a turnkey system. You guys could just cut and paste and start getting sales, and I'll start writing checks. I got checks to write to people today. I launched this partnership a few days ago, and I already have people that I need to pay. We pay. I think I'm going to switch it to weekly pay so people don't have to wait too long. By the way, this cash flow thing is already working. I only launched the website Friday at midnight. I stayed up actually till 5 in the morning launching. People are already getting paid. It hasn't even been around for 24 hours. Now, some people go, is this like a scam, a Ponzi scheme, some crazy MLM thing? Nope, to all of those. They're selling the stuff I already sell. So let me show you how this works. Why this works. So here's me. Every single day, since pretty much for more than a decade, I've sent money to 3 rich people. Every single day for about 10 years. Mark Zuckerberg. A small part of the reason, very small part of the reason Mark Zuckerberg is rich is because I've been sending him money for Facebook ads since 2008. For sure. And I'm not talking about like 100 grand. I've sent, I'm not exactly sure, but I would guess tens of millions of dollars. I've spent more on YouTube, but I spent a lot on Facebook. So Facebook, I've been sending him money out my wallet, out my bank account, straight to this company, and he owns the majority of it, right? Now, I've been sending it also to Google, and there's 2 guys there, Sergey Brin and Larry Page. I was at the Golden State versus LeBron. What year was that, Zach, that I was there? 2015, I went to watch the championship. No, that was 2016. And they were there. I wanted to walk up to them and be like, you're welcome. Because I probably spent, I don't even know, even more. This is in the tens of millions of dollars marketing because they own YouTube. That's 3 people. Then you could add in Twitter, Jack at Twitter. You could add Evan Spiegel at Snapchat. But let's just say 3 billionaires I've helped make richer. I want to stop doing that, and I want to send that money to people who follow me and are partners with me. It's the same to me. I'm going to spend the money on marketing. If I show you how to create a marketing machine, then and I'll give you the products to sell that I know work because they've generated 9 figures. 9 figures is over $100 million, by the way. So don't think you're selling something that's like never, sometimes people are like, oh, I work with a company and they're a new product. Be careful working with new stuff because new stuff usually doesn't work out. For those of you who don't like sales, you don't have to become a salesman. You don't have to become a traveling salesperson. You don't have to do cold calls. I'll show you how to use social media just like I did, but you don't have to create your own products. I've got them all. I've got social media marketing agency. I've got 67 steps. I've got e-com agency. I've got Amazon product. I've got food business. I've got a digital marketing agency where we build websites for businesses. By the way, the biggest commission that I can write anybody that somebody probably is going to earn this month is $25,000 for one referral. So it's not sales, it's just a referral-based business. And it used to be hard, but now that Instagram exists, you could just reach out to people. You know how David J. Woodbury made $650,000 profit? He made one or two YouTube videos reviewing my products. That's all he did. He reviewed them. What happened? He reviewed the products. He posted a video. He did a little, you put in keywords, hashtags, And now whenever people type in on YouTube, you know, YouTube's the #2 search engine in the world after Google. You type it in, and his videos come up before mine. He outranked me for my own shit. And then he has his affiliate link. People watch the video. So those videos run while he sleeps. People watch the videos, click the link, and I split the money with them that we make. I forget what his affiliate referral, but that's like so easy for him. If you can figure out, and I'm going to train the people that are getting my test group, these first 1,000 people out of the 1,000,000 that I want to train, I'm training. Like I've been recording videos every day. I got a private Facebook group. I'm showing people how to. So this is how you do it. Do it the same way I did it. You know how many people have copied me? A lot. Oh no! The other day somebody was talking about. They're like, "Oh, do you know so and so?" I'm like, "Nope." And they're like, "They're just like you. They copied you. Good. Copy me. You know who I'm talking about." What? But I didn't systematically let them copy me. They didn't even copy me the right way. If I don't tell you what to copy, then you won't really copy me. Someone said, "How can I join to win 25,000?" You're not gonna win it. You earn it. This is not a giveaway. I'm not taking 1,000,000 people and giving. No, I'm gonna show you how to earn it. For those of you, a lot of you, this will be a business you do for years. For some of you, you'll use experience you have and spin off your own business. So this is how it works. This is what I'm going to teach you. I'm going to teach you basically what you need is a following. And it doesn't have to be big. So in the modern world, the most important thing you could build is a following. Now, most people go, yeah, oh, you're talking about Instagram followers? No. Someone said right now, Stein Greitor said, I don't like being on camera. Can I still make money? Yes. Who said you have to have a following? You have to be on camera. What about an email list? You know what I started with? I took 30 people that were my friends. I opened up an email on my laptop, and I CC'd 30 people. And then I said, by the way, if you know anybody who might like this, copy them on it. And it built up real quick from 30 to 100 people. So 70 friends of friends, I'll call them friends of friends. So I had 100 people on an email list, no video. And I would just read books, and I would write a summary of the book and just send it to them for free. And people started getting value out of that. They were like, you're reviewing books for me. I don't have time to read books. That's how I built the whole thing, starting like 2012 and 2013. No video. I didn't start video till December 2014. 3 years later, basically. And it didn't get big till 2015. So you don't have to do any video. If you're shy, introverted, I'll show you how to use email lists. I'll show you how to use search engine optimization, all that stuff. And you can also put your friend who's an extrovert in front of the camera and use your affiliate referral link, and you get paid all the money. So I started with a following of 100 people. Now, about 100 million people a year see or watch something of mine. That's on YouTube. Okay? Angel said, are you lying? Nope. I started with 30 people. I remember I took everybody I knew, and I called it the Book of the Day email. By the way, I still send out that email newsletter. And I built another company off of it called MentorBox. That was where MentorBox came from too. So you could go from 100 people. You don't need to go to 100 million. I know people, no joke, who have a following. If you have a curated following, meaning highly tuned in and the right demographic, you can get rich. I know a guy getting rich off 1,000 people who follow him. But they're all business owners. They're all making above average income. And he's making, I would guess, he's not making like 20 million bucks a year, but he's probably making 50,000 a month from 1,000 followers. Totally realistic. If they're the right followers. Now, if they're 1,000 like kindergartners, that demographic is not going to be valuable to you unless their parents buy. But it's not that, and I'm not talking about followers. A following is, I know people I was looking at somebody's Instagram the other day. They had 6 million Instagram followers, but I could tell they didn't have a following. They just had it's like a pretty girl, and she just posts pictures of like her butt, which is fine. The Kardashians have followers that started out looking at their butt, but they turned it into a following. It's a big difference. Not every girl who shows their butt turns into Kardashians. Kardashians are smarter than you think. They knew how to create a following of people who pay attention to them. And the way you do it, and that I'm going to train you, is you create a simple, if you're shy, you create a daily diary, an email diary. If you're an extrovert, you can do a vlog, which is a video diary. That's it. These two strategies right here, if you use all the other techniques that I give you, can make you, can give you enough money to quit your dead-end job. Can give you 3 streams of income without a doubt. I've already done it before. I've just let people do it on their own using my stuff. Like David J. Woodbury, I didn't help him at all. But now I'm going to help you. And that's something I've never done around, building this. So I'm not trying to turn everybody into social media influencer. The world doesn't really need more social media influencers. I'm trying to get you to a place where you have people who pay attention to your life story. Some of them, if you're real shy, you could be like Marshmallow, the DJ. He don't even show his face. He wears a helmet. There's a guy on Twitter, Naval, I think. He just went on Joe Rogan's show, but for years, I know people didn't even know his face. He had like an icon on his Twitter. He was an introvert. He's not extroverted. Now, you say, well, Ty, I don't know what to post. I don't know what to talk about. I'm going to give you stuff. You can just post my stuff. Well, we can rewrite it for you, or we can make it applicable to you. In this cash flow system, I'm going to do all the work for you. That's the cool thing. Not all of it. I'm going to do 90% of the work. You do 10%. If you start your own business, you're going to do 100% of the work. Let me read the names of some people getting in. Peter Horrell. Let's see where I get a little thing. Oh, he uploaded a picture. Peter, welcome to the group. He's in, Toronto, Canada. Awesome. All right. Welcome to the group, Rudy Pierre. Oops, sorry. Rudy Pierre. I should probably cover up that has his email and phone number. Hollywood, Florida. Welcome to the group, Rudy. Caleb Christian. Dallas, Texas. Welcome to the group. Just reading, I just want you to know, people have been getting in this all day long here, every single day. It went crazy. It was actually surprising. I got my staff working overtime because the demand just poured in. My programmers had to wake up in the middle of the night the other night. They were not happy. Jeff Chambly from Anniston. Hey, I've been to Anniston, Alabama. I worked on a dairy farm there. They milk cows and they turned it into homemade ice cream. That was a good, Zach, you should be in that business, man. You want to get fat working on an ice cream place. Adrian, just work at a place you get all the chocolate milk you like and all the ice cream.
I have no self-control.
Adrian says he has no self. Yeah, that's what Marlon Brando did. He just ate till he basically went from one of the best looking guys in history to a balloon. Yeah. Ty, how come I never see you getting pissed and screaming? Do a lot of people on social media yell a lot? I guess people do. Aiden said, Ty is an actor making money off our stupidity. Thank you. That is actually a compliment, because what you're saying is that I am so convincing that none of this is real. This is not really a place in New York. This is a green screen. People used to, when I started, and that was in 2013, people were like, Ty has a green screen. Because I had this house in the Hollywood Hills, and it looked fake, but it's a real place. Zach lives there. And Zach, who's behind the camera, is visiting here in New York. He lives there. People were like, dude, you got a green screen. Ty, will there be more lessons in the cash flow system? Heck yeah. It's just getting started. Ty, how many hours of dedication would it take me to get to $2,500 US? Here's the thing. For those of you hungry, I have one product that you can promote, which is basically business services. We go into businesses and fix their website and fix their marketing funnel. We charge them between $25,000 and $150,000. We do all the work. You just refer the business owner. You just tell them to contact us. We'll do the sales. We'll talk to them on the phone. You don't have to do anything except text them. If you know somebody's a business owner or your dad or a friend of your dad, if they buy the $25,000 package, you'll get a check for like 5 G's. If they buy the $125,000 package, I'll send you, $150,000. And by the way, people buy that all the time. I'm just talking to somebody. They pay 150 grand, and we come in and fix their business because business owners have a lot of money, and they want somebody to fix their website and build them marketing funnels. I'll write you a check for $25,000, no strings attached. There you go. So that's badass. There is nothing that and these are legit too. You're not promoting some weird thing. Like, we have a website, we have a social media marketing and website design agency. There's tens of thousands of them in America. It's not like you're selling cocaine or something like that. And if you don't live in America, you can use the internet. There's automated systems. You can start emailing. So I'm a little afraid to say this because I know I got these hacker guys following me. And not just hackers, but just people who are smart. You're going to figure out, there's going to be one kid, I know it's going to happen. He or she is going to figure out how to contact a whole bunch of people with an automated this bot or an automated email on social media. And they're going to reach out. There's about 20 million business owners in the U.S. They're going to reach out to like 1 million in one night. And just the law of numbers, they're going to get like 1% response. They're going to send them to us. We're going to convert them. And I'm going to owe somebody like 100 grand in 1 month. It's going to happen. Mark my words. It's going to happen. It's not going to happen for everybody. Don't get me wrong. But for those of you who are like to sit behind a laptop and think up ideas, you could use all the creativity. As long as what you're doing is ethical and legal and honest, you can do it. Okay, you can't be lying to people and selling stuff. But I'm going to create monsters in a good way. Like people who are like, yeah, what I said, go from rags to riches. Johnny said, you have to be smart. I mean, look, in life you always have to kind of be smart. If you're completely an idiot, you're going to struggle in life. But you don't have to be book smart. So, Ty, can I create an Instagram page and YouTube page and repost your content? Yes, people do that all the time. I don't care. You can repost content. I can't stop you. The one thing, though, is now you can get paid for it. I have all these people who repost every single post I do. I look, you can see how many people reshare it, but they don't put their affiliate link in it. So if people go to my website after clicking on like what they posted of mine and they buy, I get all the money. I'm like, put your affiliate link in. Even if just one person in a year buys, you get free money. So, yeah. Big blunts, someone said. Should I go to college? Irrelevant question. I mean, that's like, people are like, should I buy a red car? I'm like, you can buy a red car and be successful. You can buy no car and be successful. There's people with no cars that are successful. Sometimes it's nice to have a car, and a lot of time it doesn't matter. If you live in New York City, you just walk everywhere. You get creative. Should you go to college? There's a lot of science that says it's uncorrelated. It's not a causative factor in success. It's correlated, but correlation is not causation, if you know what I'm talking about. Meaning, yes, people who go to school make more money. That's because they come from families that are richer that can put them in school. So it's a stupid, skewed, idiotic statistic done by low-level, unintelligent people. Okay? That's just not a fair assessment. You can't compare a whole bunch of rich people. Go, oh, well, if you're a rich kid and you go to Harvard, Harvard makes you rich. Harvard didn't make you rich. The richest person ever went to Harvard dropped out of it. But the fact that he came from a family that could put him at Harvard, that was the cause of Bill Gates' wealth, a great part of it. It wasn't Harvard. Mark Zuckerberg dropped out. He made more money than the kid who stayed in. But the kid who stayed in made money too. Steve Ballmer stayed in and made $40 billion. See what I mean? So college, people overrate what college is. You know what college reminds me of? When I was a little kid, me and my friend used to argue about which shoes made us faster. My friend Joey, we were like 5. And he had Vans. And I had like Nikes. And I was like, dude, when I wear these Nikes, I'm definitely faster than you. And he's like, no, my Vans make... And I'm going, now, as an adult, I look back and go, it's whichever kid's the most coordinated and athletic. You could be barefoot, but sometimes it's good to have shoes on because if there's a nail on the ground, you don't want to step on it barefooted. So college is the same way. It's like you can go to college if you like college. You can get success. You can go to college and be a failure. Happens all the time. You can not go to college and be a failure. Happens all the time. And you can not go to college and be successful. So I don't understand people's point about college. Does it really? I mean, there's good science and very intelligent people. Peter Thiel, Elon Musk, smart people that challenge. Peter Thiel, who was Elon Musk's business partner in PayPal, and one of the smartest people in the world. He's like a chess master. He's a true genius savant. He's sponsoring people to not go to college. I think he put $10 or $20 million to people not go to college because he's like, you don't need to. I'm not going to take it that far. I'm just saying, college and university are like shoes. They don't really make you faster. Okay? People like to pretend they do. But going to Harvard does help you because you become friends with a whole bunch of kids who went to Harvard, and the system favors people in certain socioeconomic statuses. But just simply going to college. I dated a girl who went to Harvard. I remember. She had no common sense. I do not think she did well in life. I saw her once on Instagram recently. She's just like a regular person, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with being a regular person, but she was so cocky about being a Harvard grad. And I was a college dropout, and I was like, so? She was like my friend who was sure his Vans made him faster than my Nikes. Put it this way. You put the worst basketball shoes on Kawhi Leonard or LeBron James, they're going to beat anybody who's got some scrub who's got the best shoes in the world. So if you're a scrub, going to college ain't going to help you. Anyway. So how does this system work? So I'm going to teach you how to build a following. Here's the tools you can use. I'm going to show you how to use email. The main thing is get people interested in your life. Even if you don't want to show them videos or pictures. Just write. And there's software you can do. In one day, you can queue up your emails for the whole month. So you can just go to sleep for 30 days and automated emails are going out to your list, your followers, and you can start with 10 friends. People love. You know why Kim Kardashian is so rich? You know why Kylie Jenner is the youngest billionaire? Is this frozen? Kylie Jenner is the youngest billionaire, female billionaire, self-made in the world is because people follow her life. Now, do you have to get that big? Nope. You could be making money with 1,000 people who care about your life. That's not the only way you can do the cash flow system, by the way. But that's just one, and I think that's the most applicable to the most people. So you have email. This is if you're an introvert. If you're an introvert, here. If you're an extrovert, use a video vlog, which is redundant because vlog means video blog, right? You can blog if you want. I think blog is not that many people read blogs. They do kind of like on Medium and stuff like that. Tim Ferriss has a blog that's made him a lot of money. Podcast. You can do a podcast even if you're shy because there's no video. And if you're super shy, you can just skip that. Social media. So you got Instagram. Now, I'm going to show you a cool thing. Facebook groups. People do not know, and I'm going to have a whole training for you guys just on Facebook groups. You can create a Facebook group of like-minded people. You can do a little advertising or just word of mouth and build 1,000 people in a private Facebook group with you as the leader and moderator, and you build authority, and I call it the 3 T's. The 3 T's are you teach, you tailor, teach, tailor, take control. There's a good book on this called The Challenger Sale, the statistics of people who make the most money selling things. And this is the model that does it. You teach, tailor, take control. So you teach or share your life. Then once in a while you tailor it and say, by the way, blankety blank, you make the transition and you say click here and you send them to a product. This is a perfect example. This is what Kylie Jenner does. I remember when Snapchat was big. Kylie Jenner had 10 million Snapchat followers. And I have 1 million. That's what Snapchat finally told me. I think now I have 1.1 million. I don't use Snap as much anymore. But she had 10 million. So I think she got up to 20 million. She stopped using Snap. I think she's mostly IG story. But that's what she would do. She would Snapchat like, here I am eating Doritos. Yum. What shoe should I wear today? Yum. And all these people would like interact, social media. So that was her like sharing and teaching her life. Like she would talk about something like, I really don't like these shoes. Like, let me teach you why you shouldn't wear these. Or she would do makeup. She would wear her makeup and like teach it. Then she would tailor and say, do you want makeup like this? Would this look good on you? That's tailoring. That's doing the transition. Then she would take control. She would say, click the link and buy my Kylie Jenner lip kits. And she made, I think on her birthday, $12 million in 3 hours. I'm not saying you guys are going to make $12 million in 3 hours. You would have to have the volume of following that the Kardashians have. But what if you just made 1,000th of that? 1/10,000th of 12 million. See? You could be 10,000 times less. Let's just say, well, Kylie Jenner made $1 billion. See if this will go to $1 billion. Nope. Well, let's just do this. She made $13 million. If you were 10,000 times less popular, you'd make $1,300 in one day. Or, no, maybe she did it in 3 days. So 1,300 divided by 3 days, $433. That's not bad. Most people don't make $400 a day. $400 a day times 30 days is $12,000 a month. Most people don't make that much. That's $144,000 a year. See what I'm saying? Like, even if you're 1/10,000th of a smaller following on your podcast, your email. By the way, I'm going to show you how to just use texting. I forgot to say that. I'll write the message. Just text it to some of your friends. It's going to have your affiliate tracking link for those of you who get in the everyone who gets in the program. I got the link below, or you can see the link in there, or you can go to Ty Lopez. You can go here. Let me find it. Where is it? Right here. You can go here. Those of you who get in the program, you're going to get training, and you're going to get an official affiliate partnership link with me. As long as you have that link, you give that out. Anybody who buys anything with that link, I split it with you. So that's and by the way, I train you. The things you're going to learn in cash flow, some of you are going to use to make money in the cash flows partnership with me, but then you're going to spin it all out and use it to build your own business. Really.
You want to check Facebook comments?
I love Ty. I've been watching him since his first video. Cool. What is?
Someone's saying be practical.
Oh, Ty, be practical. Don't just talk shit. We're struggling to make $2,500 a month, and you're talking about millions. This guy, Roshan, don't be impatient. I just showed you how to make $400 a day, dipshit. Thank you. This guy, people cannot pivot. If I say million one time and then let me do it again for you. $433. Maybe you got confused by the decimal. That's not 433 million. That's how, if you were 10,000 times less popular than Kylie Jenner. Someone said, Ty, sounds like Kayani. I think Kayani is multi-level marketing, network marketing. This is not multi-level marketing.
Yeah, that's Indy.
So you don't get paid for the people under you, and then you, and then you, and then you, and then you for 400 levels. I've heard of Kayani, but this is not the same. Okay. All right. Comments. I'm going to do a quick giveaway right now, and Zach's going to do it. Come on here. I will be back in 60 seconds. I drank too much water. So, Zach, take the money. Somebody's going to win $200.
Let's make sure Ty doesn't take a hot mic
Zach, why
into the bathroom.
Oh, yeah. Should I turn my mic off?
Give it to Zach. Maybe.
Yeah, or else they're not going to hear me.
Oh man, I got to take this thing on, put it back on. That is annoying.
Better than accidentally
Okay.
recording that.
Zach, why do you look like the guy from Home Alone?
I want to be a cult
But you're
leader.
stealing.
I'm trying to be a cult
Here, just hold
leader.
it. All right, I'll be right back. $200.
$200 we're going to give away to either one person or
Facebook already.
or two people, $100 each, or maybe we'll get 8